What's up, guys? It's Jerry Miller. Welcome to the I Love CVille show. It's absolutely great to be with you. We are live in Charlottesville, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world on the I Love CVille network. We've built this network for you where we bring positive and approachable news to you on the thing that you have in your possession 24/7, 365, and that's your smartphone, guys. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Do me a favor and share the show. That would mean the world to us. We are loaded with news and information about a community that you care about, and that's Charlottesville and Central Virginia. So much to cover. We're going to talk an update from the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery has now outlined what it's going to take to get a gambling license in Charlottesville, a gambling license in the Commonwealth, a gambling license in Southwest Virginia and Northern Virginia. We're going to talk about these gambling licenses and these casinos that the Virginia Lottery expects to be up and running in January. Yes, you heard me correctly. We're going to talk about that on today's program and how it pertains to our community. We are going to talk about newsrooms closing at the Daily Press and what that means for Charlottesville. The paper that covers Hampton Roads, there's two of them that are really good, the Virginian Pilot and the paper I grew up reading, the Daily Press out of Newport News. Well, the parent company of the Daily Press has closed both newsrooms, the brick-and-mortar newsrooms for the Daily Press and the Virginia Pilot. This is going to happen in Charlottesville. We'll tell you how it's going to happen in Charlottesville today on the I Love CVille show. We're going to give you an update on Waynesboro doing massive rezoning to increase density from a housing standpoint. The Waynesboro City Councilors are doing it. Charlottesville City Councilors are slow and not doing it right now. We'll talk about that on the show. The GoCo on Cherry Avenue has reopened after it closed down, and people in Fifeville were very fearful that this fabulous institution for gasoline, for convenient items, and for some of the best fried chicken in our community was never going to reopen again. Not so fast, my friends. It is going to reopen. We will talk about a new fitness gym coming to 4th Street. I did not stutter. You heard me correctly. A fitness business coming to 4th Street during COVID. There's also a new tattoo parlor and massage parlor 2 doors down. For Scott Aaronworth, who's watching in Virginia Beach, we didn't get to this yesterday because we had so much to cover. We'll talk the best tacos in the community. I want to highlight a husband and wife combo entrepreneurs that are taking their business expertise, and that's Chick-fil-A from Fashion Square Mall to Portsmouth. We didn't really dig deep into that story, and Will and Erica Taylor deserve the attention. I'll give you an update on the JM Index, the JM Stock Index. It's becoming, guys, one of my go-to revenue streams. We're up close to 36% since March. Not all fine and dandy, though, and I'm going to shine a spotlight on a couple positions where I'm absolutely struggling and losing my shirt. So you realize I'm as human and vulnerable as it gets. Big Ten football will resume. Bashir is going to join us from Bashir's Taverna in studio right here. When he comes here, I will slide over here, and then we'll get Barbara Lundgren in the mix. Bashir and Barbara know Charlottesville like the Pope knows holy water. I mean, Bashir and Barbara are Charlottesville. So we'll welcome them to the show just to reminisce and walk down memory lane. Tell your friends, guys. Tag your friends in the comment section now. Tag them and share the show because this one's going to be darn good. Remember, the I Love CVille Daily Digest is this show in totality in 5 minutes or less. All your news in 5 minutes or less, 5 days a week at 5 o'clock through the I Love CVille Daily Digest. Let's give some love, Judah Wickhauer, to Interstate Pest and Service Companies, a home's best friend. Interstate Pest and Service Companies. This business for more than 50 years has made our community better for all of us. 4 generations strong. 4 generations strong. 434-295-6565. Interstate Pest and Service Companies. Judah Wickhauer is our fabulous director. Judah, let's go to the first headline. Charlottesville and Albemarle's tourism organization has straight up said, look, no one's coming into our brick-and-mortar storefronts. They have one in Crozet at the train station. They have one at the bus station on the downtown mall. Of course no one's coming to the tourism brick-and-mortar on the Charlottesville downtown mall. That is literally one of the spots on the downtown mall where homeless people and vagrants and those that have had a little too much to drink, they congregate outside the tourism structure on the Charlottesville downtown mall. Throw in the fact that there's COVID, Throw in the fact that no one's traveling. Of course tourism is down, okay? It was not approachable to begin with on the downtown mall. The one in Crozet is absolutely approachable. But why would you position an Albemarle County tourism center in western Albemarle County where not as many people go to it that don't live in Crozet, right? It just, the locations did not make sense. And they were frankly afterthoughts. The one at the downtown mall was in a bus transit area. And you oftentimes had people that didn't know what they were talking about, lowly paid individuals or folks that were moonlighting from the bus transit facility, from the bus operations, doing the tourism. So here's the nitty gritty. Charlottesville Albemarle Convention and Visitors Bureau says, no to the brick and mortar storefronts. We're closing them down. They cost us too much money. We're hemorrhaging. The overhead is too much. Instead, they will get a Ford Transit vehicle. They will wrap and brand the outside of the Ford Transit vehicles, and they will take these vehicles to festivals, to live events, to spread the word about the Charlottesville-Albemarle region. I love this idea. Positive, positive, positive. I love this idea of tourism being in a transit vehicle and Brantley Ussery going to the festivals, spreading the word and the positive praise of our community. This is called innovation. This is called being an entrepreneur. This is called pivoting, okay? This is good. We need tourism to go to the people as opposed to expecting the people to come to an afterthought center in a bus station or an afterthought center at a train station in Crozet. So positive, positive, positive. Let's talk our next headline, and this is from Virginia Lottery. And remember, Virginia Lottery straight up funds schools. I mean, straight up funds schools. Judah, do you have that headline on Virginia Lottery? Which one? You do have that on screen? Okay. Let's talk about the Virginia Lottery headline. It's on screen now? Okay, good. Sports betting is coming to Virginia. That's a fact. Sports betting is coming to Virginia. We will have anywhere from 4 to 12 gambling permits in the Commonwealth. We're seeing Caesars trying to open up a casino in southwestern Virginia. They expect that these permits, and you have till October to get your permits in. But they expect these things to start making money for the community as early as next year. So a couple of things that I want to highlight here. You have to get the application into the Virginia Lottery for a sports betting permit until midnight on Halloween. Permit seekers can begin to apply for licenses through their principals, their vendors, their suppliers, and employees on October 15th. You have 15 days to get a gambling license from the Virginia Lottery in the Commonwealth. There's going to be a 90-day review for each application. They will review each application for 90 days. Only people with ABC licenses and truck stops can apply for a sports gambling permit. Southwestern Virginia is looking very, very likely that it's going to have a Caesars casino, which will drive economic growth and impact to a town and a region that is absolutely an afterthought, sleepy, and depressed. You would think that the Virginia Lottery would be strategic in how they issue these gambling permits. And by strategic, I mean geographical. Southwest Virginia, Northern Virginia, the Richmond area, the Tidewater area, Central Virginia. If you were going to issue a gambling permit and a gambling license and open a casino and you were in Central Virginia, the place you would probably do it, Charlottesville Downtown Mall. So let's just be intelligent people, okay? I'm going to connect the dots. Dot, dot, dot. We were the first to let you know on this very network, the I Love CVille network, that there are 100 slot machines in Prime 109, a converted bank that Hunter Smith owns, a steakhouse that has struggled to gain traction and meet its overhead. 100 of them are there. The next dot, that's right here, that's this dot. The next dot's over here. The Virginia Lottery is going to allow sports betting. That's right here. The next dot's over here. The Commonwealth of Virginia is operating at a budget deficit because of COVID. Teachers, schools, roads, people, they ain't getting money. COVID's hurting them. Dot, dot, dot. Next dot, next dot, next dot is over here. The owner of the building on the downtown mall where the 100 casinos are in, the 100 slot machines are in, a gentleman by the name of Hunter Smith. Guys, Hunter Craig, the owner of that building. Hunter Craig was able to get Biscuit Run converted into a park in Albemarle County, Hunter Craig, for tax incentives because the plan, single-family, R1, massive detached development was at an absolutely horrible time, that 2008, 2009 window, when the proverbial you-know-what hit the fan. So Hunter Craig, a mover and shaker, Hunter Craig, who owns a large portion of the UVA corner, Hunter Craig, one of the largest real estate developers, Hunter Craig, one of the largest commercial property owners, Hunter Craig, one of the guys behind Virginia National Bank, Hunter Craig, incredibly influential and connected politically. I mean, if you're able to get a development in southern Albemarle County, Southside Charlottesville, Biscuit Run, converted from a development that was not going to go anywhere because the economy went in the pooper to a public park for tax incentives, Hunter Craig's got some influence. So I'm just trying to connect the dots and be a smart guy. 100 slot machines on the downtown mall, a business and a steakhouse that is unable to pay its rent, and its landlord is Hunter Craig. Virginia Lottery is going to issue 5 to 12 gambling permits, sports betting permits, by early next year. The Commonwealth of Virginia is operating at a budget deficit because of COVID. This budget deficit, they're looking for incremental tax revenue to help make up that budget deficit so they potentially don't have to raise our taxes as much. Other dot over here, influential landlord who's owed a hell of a lot of money by the tenant, especially after a significant outfit to the building. Dot, 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 dot. Trying to connect the dots. Read the tea leaves. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm really good at seeing ahead. That's why we've had success as business. Multiple businesses, all in the black, all successful. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You decide if my connection of these dots is accurate, or you decide if where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, a couple things. The Roanoke Times had a phenomenal story today. Literally in today's Roanoke Times. I'm going to read a couple key parts. Put the headline on screen. From the Roanoke Times. Electronic gaming machines proliferated in Virginia ahead of July's placement deadline. Is that on screen, J-Dubs? Look at the screen. There are more than 9,000 electronic gaming machines in circulation in Virginia. There are 100 on the downtown mall. The machines contributed $12 million in tax payments in July, according to the Virginia Department of Taxation. At the beginning of the year, the General Assembly wanted to ban these machines, but Governor Ralph Northam at the very last minute used his governor influence and made them a reality. The companies making the machines had until July 1 to place the machines in Virginia. You're able to take the machines from one location to another as long as you're a truck stop or have an ABC license. State senators in Richmond say, we will not allow these machines to move forward after next year. I call BS on that. If you're the Commonwealth of Virginia and you got $14 million, if you're the Commonwealth of Virginia and you got $12 million from slot machines in the month of July alone, and you get a taste of that powder, and you get a taste of that green, and you get a taste of that jack, that cheddar, you think you're going to change your mind when you're operating at a budget deficit? You think you're going to change your mind if you're a state senator and your constituents, your voters are pissed off because their taxes are increased? Or would you instead go down the gambling route that creates new jobs, the gambling route that creates incremental tax revenue, and you maintain it? I bring this to your attention for no other reason than to educate and be transparent and let you know what's going on in our community. That's the sole reason. That's all I'm doing. You have a powerful, rich, politically connected, influential businessman in Hunter Craig. You have a Virginia lottery that's going to issue sports betting and gambling permits. You have a Commonwealth that is in a tremendous budget deficit because of COVID, to the point where schools are vulnerable and potentially crumbling. And you have tenants that are behind on their rent in an iconic building on the downtown mall. Dot, 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 dot. Give the show a like and a share. The Daily Press is closing newsrooms in Hampton Roads. And by newsroom, I mean it's one newsroom. The parent company of the Daily Press, and I'm going to weave this back to Charlottesville, Virginia, the Tribune Company, has already shut down. It also owns the Virginian Pilot, Tribune Publishing. It's already shut down the newsroom for the Virginia Pilot. And today, it is announcing that it's shutting down its newsroom in Newport News, Virginia, in the Newport News City Center. That means reporters that cover the news in Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, that's for you, Scott Aaronworth, Williamsburg, my hometown, they will not be working from desks, from cubicles, from offices, from brick-and-mortar newsrooms. Instead, they will take their tablets, their phones, their MacBooks, and file their stories wherever they have access to the internet. What does this mean for Charlottesville, Virginia? Frankly speaking, the Daily Progress, you heard it here first. The Daily Progress, who is hemorrhaging money. The Daily Progress, owned by Lee Enterprises. Lee Enterprises owns the Richmond Times-Dispatch, Lynchburg News and Advance, the Roanoke Times, the Daily Progress. I believe also the Fredericksburg newspaper as well is owned by the Lee Enterprise Company. This company is slashing and slashing and cutting and furloughing and laying people off. They're stripping the newspapers of their most valuable parts, their human capital. It's just a matter of time until Lee Enterprises says to the Daily Progress, you guys, we're done with this newsroom on Rio Road. Judah, if you can have them hold tight over at my desk for a little bit. Hey, it's just a matter of time until the Daily Progress strips its parts and sells the building or closes it down. I also expect, boys and girls, that Bill Chapman and Blair Kelly at the CVille Weekly will also close that brick-and-mortar newsroom down as well. I also expect that to happen. In today's digital and technology age, reporters can file their stories from a Wi-Fi signal. So, relaying news to you as I see it, as I read the tea leaves, my prediction is this: Lee Enterprises will follow suit, and Lee Enterprises will close the Daily Progress on Rio Road and ask the ghost or skeleton staff that it has to file its stories from Wi-Fi's or ISPs around Central Virginia, much like Tribune Publishing did with the Daily Press, much like Tribune Publishing did with the Virginian Pilot, shutting down its newsrooms. I also expect that the CVille Weekly, that its revenues are down. I also expect the CVille Weekly will close its newsroom on the downtown mall. Now, how does it apply to television? That's tough to say. With TV, you have satellites, huge cameras, sets like this, and much more technology. But if a guy like myself can launch a network that's reaching more people than NBC 29 in about an 800 square foot office that he owns, I expect NBC 29 could probably do something very similar. Time will tell. Time will tell. Let's get to a quick bit of news from Waynesboro before we talk entrepreneurs and before we talk some positive business that's happening. Waynesboro City Council approved a rezoning request on Monday on a 4-1 vote for nearly 70 acres of land behind the Lucy Lane Walmart. This rezoning will allow up to 600 apartments or housing units in that area. They're creating more density. When you create more density, you create more affordability. When you up the housing stock, you allow folks to get a home or an apartment at a lower price. I respectfully encourage the esteemed counselors in City Hall to please consider rezoning parts of Charlottesville so we can have more housing in this community, so we can make it more affordable, more diverse in race, more diverse in mentality and perspective. My fear as the father of a 2.5-year-old is my little boy is going to grow up in a white, rich town, and I do not want that. I want diversity in thought. I want diversity in skin color. And for us to have diversity in thought and diversity in skin color, we must figure out a way to make Charlottesville affordable for all. And for that to happen, we need zoning changes of epic proportions. 53% of city of Charlottesville is zoned R1 for a single-family detached home. That is why this town is so expensive to live in. Quickly, before we get to a man that I'm proud to call a friend, who has a smile on his face every time I see him, and who undoubtedly, when he sits in this chair here in about 3 minutes, is going to make this set much more handsome. And I'm talking about you, Bashir. I'm talking about Bashir. He's right here. Okay, so the GoCo on Cherry Avenue has reopened again. The GoCo shut down for a period of time, and I don't know about you guys, if you've been to the GoCo on Cherry Avenue, you know it has phenomenal fried chicken. They have reopened the GoCo on Cherry Avenue again. That's positive news. Judah, let's get the photos on screen about some new businesses opening on the downtown mall. On 4th Street, Heather Heyer Way, on 4th Street, the old cigar shop is now going to be a fitness gym. You talk about cojones, opening up an exercise and fitness gym in COVID-19, when ACAC downtown has not had 25% capacity in membership since it's reopened under limited restrictions because of COVID. I go there all the time. ACAC has not had 25% members come in one single day. A gym is now opening in the old cigar shop. Judy, you put those on screen for me? You did? Thank you. 2 doors down from that gym that's opening on 4th Street is a tattoo and a massage parlor. You got entrepreneurs, and I respect anyone that's willing to start a business because it is hard. 80% of small businesses fail in their first 3 years. So I will give a positive spotlight to any business or any man or any woman that's willing to put their guts on their line, their personal money on the line, and say, I'm going to go down the road and open a company. So that's what I'm going to do. I wish you the best of luck. A fitness gym coming to 4th Street, Heather Heyer Way, a tattoo and massage parlor coming to already open on 4th Street. Alan Kajin, the owner of both those buildings on 4th Street. The best tacos in Charlottesville for Scott Aaronworth. I'm going to highlight and hype my boys, Tacos Gomez. Tacos Gomez have a beautifully wrapped food truck at the base of Pantops, right by Freebridge and Mr. Cosner's parking lot, right next to Angelique's. Tacos Gomez. Someone tell Miguel, Someone tell Kevin we're giving him some love. These tacos are bona fide. Bona fide. Will and Erica Taylor, the owners of Chick-fil-A in Fashion Square Mall. We know the struggles that Fashion Square Mall has had. They have said, look, we can't run this Chick-fil-A here. There's no one in Fashion Square Mall. These are pillars of our community, pillars in the African American community. They are moving from Charlottesville to Portsmouth, where they will run a Chick-fil-A in Portsmouth, Virginia. We will miss Will and Erica Taylor tremendously in our Charlottesville community. They are class acts. It is a great business. Bashir is exactly right. They just need a little bit more exposure and foot traffic, and they were not getting it at the mall, which we all know. Portsmouth is top-notch. It's absolutely top-notch. A couple more items. Big Ten football will resume play. Oh my, oh my. The first of the Power 5 conferences. You know I'm a diehard football fan. Nothing better than Friday Night Lights when my boy Alex Asher was running through football, running through linebackers at Western Albemarle High School. When my boy Alex Asher was running through linebackers at St. Anne's Belfield. I love the Ashers. You know I love the Ashers. Someone tell Alex Asher I'm giving him some props. So I know you do, Bashir. I know. Bashir is Alex's grandfather. I love the Ashers. So Big Ten football is back. It's going to start in October. Very quickly, before we welcome Bashir here at about 30 seconds to the show, Big Ten football will resume play the weekend of October 24th. Each team will attempt to play 8 games in 8 weeks, leaving no wiggle room during the coronavirus pandemic before the Big Ten championship on December 19th. This is big time. This was the first of the Power 5 college football conferences to say we are not playing football. Now they're back, and this will influence the others. What I'm going to do now, Judah Wickower, if you can help our friend with our friend Bashir on set, is I'm going to slide over here. I'm going to be 8 feet away from Bashir. Yes, sir. No problem. Studio camera there for us, Judah. Studio camera, please. And we're going to welcome, that's you right there, and we have an earpiece for your right ear. Oh. And that earpiece is so you can hear the fabulous Barbara Lundgren when we Skype her in.
Hey, how is she?
She's doing great. She said she was honored that she could be on the show with you. We're going to spend some time first with you.
Tell her I am honored.
She loves you. We're going to spend some time first with you, and then what I'm going to do, Bashir, is I'm going to Skype her here, and then I'll turn the computer around so you can see her.
This is, I have to go and get someday. I have to meet a friend. She's half American, half Algerian. Thick-skinned girl. Wonderful, she's tough cookie, her name is Badra. Great girl. Actually, I have her with me here.
Oh, and you're playing that Sunday, right?
Yep.
At your party.
To give you an idea what this drum is all about. This one is low quality. I have 2 of them. Tell you how long they lasted? They're full of duct tape. But it's a great drum. It's a hand drum. Is it too loud for this?
Oh, no. No rules. We can do whatever you want here. So this is what I want to do. I want to spend maybe 15 minutes with just you, and then we'll get Barbara Lundgren in the mix, the fairy godmother. Bashir, we have a party of positive and epic proportions coming on Sunday at your restaurant. Musicians, outside. Musicians, food, your hospitality and grace. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a crazy idea. We've been playing with it for quite a while, Umberto and I and Madeleine. And their schedule is kind of crazy. We couldn't get it on a Friday. We started brainstorming, and we decided, okay, Sunday, nobody works. No, even God takes a break on Sunday, so it's got to be. So we decided we're going to have, it's by reservation. People have to call in. Because we just want to control it. We want to make sure we don't have a huge crowd like a Trump rally or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. We just wanted people to call in. Then we knew what to prepare. And then outside, we're going to just have chairs and things like that. And we do. And Umberto and I will be doing some... even Madeleine and some other music with North African color.
Oh.
Musical pieces together. basically, I'm excited.
Two of the most beautiful musicians in Charlottesville, Umberto and his beautiful wife, right?
Oh, they're
they're like models, and on top of that, talented.
They helped in the front porch 2 nights ago. They had those watch parties.
Yeah.
And they have a new song that just mind-blowing. Madalena was influenced by O'Brien, the flamenco dancer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the way she was dancing, she inspired them. She wrote this beautiful Brazilian song. I was floored when I heard that song. What a beauty.
A lot of folks watching you here. Barbara, we're going to go to you in a matter of moments. You got NBC 29 watching, the CVille Weekly, CBS 19, and the Daily Progress all watching the show as we speak. All right, Bashir, let's talk about how you feeling here. Is bittersweet? How we feeling going into Sunday?
I'm excited. The only thing I'm kind of gets to me is when I walk by the mall and I see those signs. Closing for rent, it just gets to you. And then I look at the other side, where you have this really committed, I don't call them crazy, but for a good cause. They believe in what they're doing, and they're opening new businesses. That's the highlight. I love that side. I can overlook that side, close. I always tell myself, somebody will fill that space, new idea. But the guys who in conditions like this, chiefly the person who was opening a gym. Wow!
I know, right?
I wish
and the old cigar shop.
Yeah, that used to be prior to the cigar. What was it again?
I don't know. That was before my time. I got here in 2000.
Was it? It was. Old man, wake up! I'm trying to remember. It was something really interesting.
Guys, let us know what was in the cigar shop. Put it in the comment section.
Before, it was really nice.
Before it was the cigar shop.
Was it? No, Sembo. Yeah, I think it was Sembo, the carpet store, and then he moved to where the Red Lantern is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that Belmont shopping center?
No.
Kathy's place by there? That's where Red Lantern is, right? The Chinese food place?
No. I'm talking about Sol Bodorovsky, who owns the carpet Sembo.
Okay.
He was, I think, in that, if my memory serves me well, he was where the cigar place is before, and then he moved to, the red, what's called it, Red Lantern?
Yes, sir.
What that restaurant across from the back? Man, I'm getting senile or what? The corner across from Impeccable Pig.
The corner across from Impeccable Pig. Oh, your Himalayan Fusion?
No, that's on Timberlake.
Okay, Timberlake. Okay.
Across from Timberlake, across the street, what's it called? The Red Lantern or Red...
Red Pump Kitchen.
Thank you, sorry
Red
guys.
Pump Kitchen. You got me thinking Chinese food. Pump Kitchen.
Sorry.
Yeah, Red Pump Kitchen.
Yeah, that's used to
be...
be...
in a good spot, Judah? Okay, yeah, his mic is good? Okay, good.
Yeah, and so that place also used to be Sembo, and I remember we had a big party to inaugurate his new business. Anyway, guy was opening a gym. As you said, ACAC is struggling.
I go there
reluctant.
I go there 5 days a week, Bashir, and I talk to them all the time. They said we have yet to hit 25% attendance in a single day.
Listen, I understand that. I have people very close to me, friends, family. They still go from time to time, but there is that element of fear in the back. But I know ACAC is doing a good job.
They're doing it safe in the right way.
They are.
Yeah.
Safety is first, man. You can't just think of your pocket.
Yeah, amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
That's why Sunday safety is not one, I would say, is the crucial, the primary thing. We're not going to have a big crowd sitting next to each other where it's got to be space. If you can't tolerate that, stay home.
Roger Voisinay,
I love
He says, I cannot wait for Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. And he says, Bashir, it was a coffee shop.
Yes.
It was a coffee shop. Guys, give some positive commentary here. Memories for Bashir. Some positive for Bashir here. You're going to love this. This is coming in from Laura. Bashir, my family and I have been coming to your restaurant for years. My kids love your food, especially your ham. You will be missed. We will miss your presence.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Talking about ham, Laura, we're not going to discontinue it. It's too important to discontinue it. We moved to Keswick, my wife and I, with my daughter. House, the lower level has a kitchen, and we committed ourselves at providing hams for the holidays. We're still going to keep it. My website is alive.
Nice.
It's still good for another year. I mean, Facebook page, Bashir's Taverna, and the Bashir Khelafa. They can reach me through YouTube.
Absolutely, and you're active on Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's very active on Facebook. I love that you're active on Facebook.
Man, listen, come November, I have to be active.
Greg Brown has given you props. Johnny Ornalis, who's opening up a restaurant in Zion's Crossroads, giving you props. I mean, you're a popular guy. You know this.
Thank
You're
you.
a loved guy here. All right, let me get your take on September 15th, 2020, Charlottesville, Virginia. Anywhere you want to go on that topic.
Whoa.
And give us the nitty-gritty, Bashir.
Listen, I would love to, but what has been, like remember last time I was here, I had mentioned that biggest fear that I have to see Charlottesville, and it was just confirmed by somebody who's been here for a long time. I don't want to see Charlottesville going back to 1996.
What do you mean by that?
By that, if you looked for a place for food, boy, there were only 2-3 places, maybe, not open regularly. And there was no diversification, not variety of business. You got coffee place, you got that place makes sandwiches, antique shops, banks, that's it. But I look also what Hunter Smith, all this,
he's
innovators. Yeah, when these guys do that, I'm saying, they must know something that I don't. And maybe I'm old now, but I still have hope. In spite of all the negative things that I see around, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I hope the city will try and infuse some blood and energy in some businesses. If they disappear, it's not a restaurant, it's a family business. I'm talking about the jewelry store, been here a long time. I mean, it's just scary to see what's going on.
So you're a leader, people look up to you.
Thank you, it's very kind.
Probably 20% empty stores on the 5-6 blocks that we love, that we walk routinely, my friend. What do you think needs to go on those spots?
I've always said, Charlottesville has the highest concentration of restaurants in the nation.
Yeah.
I'd like to say variety. I'd like to say a clothing store, an electronics store, game, it's like something, a variety. It's good to have restaurants, but I think we overdid it. I mean, how far are we going to go?
Right.
Yeah.
That's well said. You're saying let's learn from history?
Yeah. The best example is Vincent and I, a few years ago, were talking about Vincent, who's the owner of Bizou and Bank.
Sure.
Yeah, we were talking about this phenomenon where people know how to cook something and they just open. Instead of coming up with new ideas, they're emulating something that exists. That's additional competition. That's a small pie we all have to share. I mean, the pie is just the slice is getting smaller and smaller.
He said the same thing to me. He said, Vincent's like, it's just, the slice of pie is just getting smaller for all of us.
Exactly. I welcome places like, that I've seen like Brasserie Saison.
Yeah.
Have something new. The mussels, things like that, in the Bizou, Vincent. People who come up with new items that would put us on the map, that's welcome. We still need the hamburger places and everything because we're talking...
lower price points, approachable.
Yeah, in the sense, my point is not only the price, but the quality that will attract people from outside. Because why would somebody come from Lynchburg or wherever to have a hamburger, to have a chicken or whatever, when they can have it right over there? But if we come up with incredible things like what Bank is doing, things like that, things out of the common, things that put us on the map.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's going to be great for our economy. That's why the breweries, that was an incredible phenomenon. When I saw those things come in, I said, yes. The vineyard opening up, like I told the place that I went to, I like that. It makes us different from other localities.
Amen.
But if we're going to focus only on those small restaurants in town, go, I don't know. That scares the hell out of me. But I love what the new entrepreneurs are doing.
What do you want to see? I agree with everything you just said. I agree in that I don't want to see us go down that path again of oversaturation with the restaurants, because that's just going to be bad for the industry. We had Rick Postel on the show earlier this week. This guy was one of the first hires at Wendy's. knew Dave Thomas personally,
Yep.
helped create and scale the business, was the president of Kentucky Fried Chicken, helped make Panera Bread, started when it was St. Louis Bread Company, literally built Panera Bread, and now has 16 locations. And he said, we got oversaturated, and we need to learn from that. The question I'm going to pose to you is exactly what you're saying. The question I'm going to ask you, Bashir, is what do we do innovatively with the mall to change some things? You had some ideas of using maybe like the common spaces. What can we do? We need to be creative, is what I'm saying. And you're a creative guy.
We need to be creative. Also, we need to be local.
Yes.
I'm all for the big brands, but I'm not too crazy about the big brands. One simple, I want those tax dollars to remain here. It's okay with the big brand. They have a model, they expand, you can find them anywhere. I'm not too crazy about that,
Yeah.
but I love the small guys from our environment here who come up with all these new ideas, makes them unique. That's what I love. As far as what to do in the future, it is hard to project.
Yeah.
I'm an optimistic person, but I'm very cautious. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. I would love to see some new businesses like these two guys who just opened.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to predict anything in these times of COVID. I mean, it's really COVID-19 is changing everything.
It is.
There's nobody who's an expert, like saying, "Oh, this is going to happen." No, we just have to support those who are still in business, keep them alive, but keep our brain open, our mind open.
You're getting a lot of love.
Thank you.
From a lot of people. Mark from Latois is watching right now.
Oh my God,
He's
Mark and
giving you
Vicky,
some- yeah.
I love them.
How about Mark's story? They've come on Barbara's show.
I
They're
saw
great.
that. Yeah, I saw that last time. Oh, Mark is, to put it bluntly, Mark deserved more than what he had in the restaurant because he was so humble, so subdued. He never blew his trumpet like other people.
Uh-huh.
He was doing a great job at Latois. And Vicky was a dynamo. They used to come to my place too. They're amazing people. Yeah, they still have their catering business.
They do.
Good, it's quality.
And Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. Mark came on Barbara's show, and Barbara, we're going to reach out to you here in about 5 or 6 minutes and turn the computer around so you could see Bashir. Mark came on Barbara's show.
I want to hear her sing Amazing Grace.
I think she wants you to sing again.
Oh, no.
Because you're in front of the microphone.
I know.
And she's going to be through a computer mic. So
I'm
you got the good mic.
I'm sure you can make some miracles, have her sing.
Judah can make miracles happen. Mark, and correct me if I'm wrong, he has an honor box. And it's got the catering company, but he's doing soups. And he'll leave the soups outside the catering house, out of his catering business, and people come in and says, pay what you think it's worth. Leave the money in a box.
Love you, Mike.
Yeah.
Love you, Mark.
Yeah.
That's exactly what everybody should be doing.
Yeah.
You hit it right on. There are some people who are really in dire need. Like people that used to be my regular customers. Thanks to some generous people like David Petit, the attorney, Mr. Davidson, Roger Voisinet, a lot of...
Simon Davidson?
Yes.
Guess what? He's watching.
Yep.
Simon Davidson has a message for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Why don't we play this game, guys? I think this would be good. I'm going to throw names and businesses to you of positive and iconic people. And then you say what comes to mind and stories of these people.
Before I get there, I want to just remember you. In times of COVID, we all try to survive, but we should never, ever forget that there are people worse off than us. We're struggling, so you have to open your door, you have to open your heart, and think about them. Thanks to these guys you just mentioned, we have been able to feed some people, regardless of money. Whether you're stuck, they call, even the church contributed, and feed them. I remember I wrote a song once called Night Lady, and part of it, one thing, is that God never knows when you'll be her companion. She's a street lady, like a street lady. I mean, you pass by, you ignore these people, never knows. One day you might be in that position. So give from your heart, don't expect anything in return.
Okay, here's Simon Davidson. Simon Davidson, Charlottesville 29, fantastic food coverage.
Great guy. By the way, he just celebrated his birthday yesterday or the day before, yeah.
Also, I believe Simon were neighbors or in the same neighborhood. Simon Davidson says, Bashir and Kathy are the American dream personified. Starting from a tiny sliver of a sandwich shop, they built decades of success on the strength of love, hard work, and the quality of their products. Simon Davidson, the Esquire, the man behind Charlottesville 29.
And an unwillingness to compromise. That's what Kathy and I, from day one, we are not going to compromise, take shortcuts, or do whatever. We worked extremely hard to raise the standard, and we are blessed to have people like Simon and as customers. It's icing on the cake.
Okay, so I'm going to throw names to you. Names of businesses. First thing that comes to mind.
Excuse me, is this to tell the truth?
You can do whatever you want. Bashir, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
In this town, you know.
I'm going to use that when I give an answer.
You can do whatever you want. All right, okay. First one that comes to mind, Dave Simpson.
Great guy.
Yeah?
Yep.
Stories, anything you got. Rest in power, rest in peace.
Yes. People give credit to Dave Simpson about saying no, but actually Sandy McAdams is the guy. Dave is a good guy.
Yep.
Gave me business from the beginning. For his birthday, he was worried he would not live as long as he did. That was a permanent subject topic. We used to talk about him, about that subject. And he lived longer than he expected. He was loved in the community. Remember his funerals, his wake at
the pavilion.
Oh my God!
I was there.
Oh my God! The amount of people.
Right.
When you're good, people remember. You're good. You're good.
Amen. Okay, another one for you. Vincent, Bisou, Bang, the Space.
Vincent is a man of my heart. You know why? He's a great chef, but he has also this huge heart, generous. And he has a son called Loic, and his wife Andrea runs the Jefferson Center. Vincent loves people regardless of their creed, their faith, and he's always encouraging another business. He's not selfish. You need help from Vincent, he's there. He's a dynamo, as I call him. You know, he's a dynamo. One day we were laughing about people copying his model, and he said, maybe I'm going to open a basketball court. They might open one.
Okay.
He's great.
Here's another one. Mas Tapas.
Not Mas Tapas. I'm talking Thomas.
Tomas.
Yeah, forget about Mas.
Okay.
Mas without Thomas is no Mas. I'm talking about the man who will be able to be put in any situation. You know he'll survive. He'll come up. He's creative. He's good at what he does.
Tomas, guys, is now the restaurateur behind Quality Pie, a fabulous restaurant. All right, how about the Finazzos, Sal's Cafe Italia?
Oh, yeah, I know Sal, the one next to he's a great guy.
Yeah.
A nice fellow.
Yeah.
They have a family in Crozet, too, their own place. Yeah, they do a good job. They're nice people.
Andy McClure.
The creator of Citizen Burger.
Yes, sir. The Biltmore, the Virginian.
I know of him, I know of him, and I have a lot of respect for him. Actually, I didn't know he was until Chris Kabash told me about him. And then I realized this fellow is extremely creative. He opened some landmarks, some institutions, are really impressive, and they're lasting.
Wilson Ritchie, the Whiskey Jar, Revolutionary Soup, the Bebedero, the Wine Guild.
Great father. He's so good to his kid. It is a blessing to see a guy who loves his family like that, and sometimes he gets him involved in everything. That's a real father. And his place, the Whiskey Jar, is a great place.
It is a great place.
Yeah, he's a generous person.
Hunter Smith, Champion Brewing Company, the Ice House with Craig Hartman, Brazier Saison, taking over Commonwealth Sky Bar, the serial entrepreneur, Hunter Smith.
Hunter Smith, I don't know him personally.
Okay.
I know of him, and all I heard about him, he's a very creative fellow, not scared. You know what I mean? I saw his picture with friends on Facebook. Big fellow.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet him alone at night, man. Stay away from his. But what he does, he has the Midas touch.
Yes, he certainly appears to.
Yeah, he has the Midas touch.
He certainly appears to. Spud Nuts, what comes to mind?
I miss the blueberry muffins.
There you go.
The mini ones.
Yeah.
They were the daughters were doing a great job after the fathers. That place should not have disappeared.
I know.
They were unique.
Yeah, they were unique. Best tacos for Bashir.
Oh, my wife's.
There you go.
Actually,
Kathy.
no, my granddaughter.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you a story. First time that I went on vacation with my grandkids, where I didn't have to cook much. I cooked one night seafood, and Kathy made a Hungarian night another. And Emily, my granddaughter, who used to, from Western Albemarle, she was a hockey player, field hockey, and now she's married, she has 2 kids, used to be a waitress with me. She had a taco night with her husband. She blew my mind. Her tacos were so good. I couldn't help complimenting. I kept on complimenting her. I swear, she did a great job. She loves cooking, by the way.
Yeah.
She became, like we laugh sometimes, she's like a food critic. She goes to some places and she always compares them to us. Well, I had some falafel, I have some souvlaki. It's not, and Catherine, the food critic and the family.
Barbara's got some names for you. Barbara, I'm definitely coming to you, Barbara. I'm definitely coming to you. All right, get your comments in for Bashir now. Type them in the comments.
Hey, guys, I'm going to become the National Enquirer or what?
Yeah. Type your comments in for this lovely man and and I will relay it to him. They're already coming in. Severin, I'm going to mess your last name up. Severin, is it
Bertré.
Yeah.
Bertré. Oh, great French young lady. Oh.
She is beautiful. I see her working out at ACAC. She loves yoga. Beautiful, beautiful lady.
Tough cookie.
Yeah, tough cookie.
Yep.
Now she goes, I love this man. Bashir.
Thank you, Severine.
Bashir is the best, and it was a pleasure working for him at his restaurant. I wish him and Kathy good things in the future. I absolutely love Bashir. Put your comments in for Bashir. How about this?
Severine, c'est réciproque. Merci beaucoup.
Oh, wow.
Je l'adore.
Judah, you know what that?
It is French.
I know it's French, Judah.
Oh, yeah.
Seth Ragosta.
Yep, the attorney.
We're heartbroken to lose our friends across the mall, but look forward to catering and wish Bashir and Kathy our very best. We are so grateful for years of delicious food and friendship. He is wonderful.
Thank you for your support, Seth. Great guy.
Okay, more. Barbara, we're going to get you to about 2 minutes here. I promise you, Barbara. I just love this guy here. And Barbara, we're going to have significant time for you. And I'm just going to get out of the way, and you and Bashir are going to talk this whole time. More first things that come to mind. Wow. And you know I'm going to throw a little wrinkle in with one of these. And if you need a wrinkle, you can just use the drum.
Go ahead.
Before
Go ahead.
Before we get to the tough ones, the UVA corner and its future. Your thoughts?
I never liked the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't like the corner because the fact it's seasonal unless you're a guy who can juggle with businesses. I didn't like that the owners have to have access and get a profit, percentage of a profit. You know, Vita Nove? Well, he was there.
Yeah, the pizza place that's now on the mall.
The rent was high.
Yeah.
There were part where it's like total blank, like when the students are gone. He had to leave that place and move down there. Nothing against the people, wherever, it's just not my cup of tea. I thought about doing something there when I started, and then I realized the beauty is down here. Even when I was at Blackstone.
Square?
Yeah, Blackstone.
Yeah.
Even when I was at Blackstone, never been attracted to the corner. The energy, everything. Even on all those malls built, nothing beats a downtown mall.
Amen, brother.
Look what happened to the new one with forgetting names. Trader Joe. What's the name of that?
Trader Joe. Oh, Stonefield.
What a name. Stonefield.
Yeah, Stonefield.
Get stoned. That's fine.
Owned by a private equity firm now out of New York, Stonefield.
Yeah, it's become Stonefield.
Yeah.
Everybody left.
Everybody left.
Yeah.
The Midtown restaurant scene between the corner and downtown. Your thoughts?
Oh, he thinks I'm an expert.
You are an expert, and everybody wants to hear what you have to say.
I don't like that part too. You know what? When I came here, it was open. It was great. Next thing you know, remember that movie Brazil with Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. All these buildings, certain section past the ABC.
Yeah.
You gotta look like this and walk, expecting Robert De Niro to jump out any minute. And then after the bridge, it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's just Charlottesville is not meant for those high-rise. It kills the whole...
Ray Cadell wants me to ask you about Blackstone.
Yeah. He was a good customer, by the way.
He says he misses it. Tell us your memories of Blackstone. Anywhere you want to go. Guys, that was his restaurant before Bashir's on the downtown.
It's a coffee place.
Yeah.
Coffee place, and we opened it with Debbie Hunter. Actually, she played an incredible evening. You know the musician?
Oh yeah,
she's amazing. Ray was a great customer, and he didn't know who was a maestro. He was such a great musician until we had the chance. I think it was with the Downtown Foundation when we had the pavilion at that time. It was like an open. It was not what it is now. You know, and Ray and his band, man, they're amazing. Wow. They're amazing. This town has incredible, talented musicians. People don't realize the caliber of musicians existing. Ray is at the top with John Dirt, with Robert Jospin, and everything. It's just amazing. And he's a very generous man, good soul.
The Belmont restaurant scene. What comes to mind?
I don't know them.
Yeah?
I don't venture all the way down there.
Okay.
I know that Lempo does a good job.
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Yep. And also Tavola.
Oh, yeah?
I hate it from my own customer. It said, you want good Italian food? Go to Tavola. Because that's my biggest complaint about Charlottesville, the Italian food.
Charlottesville City Council.
No comment.
Oh, God, I knew I was going to throw it to you. You're going to bust out the drum on that?
No comment. You're going to put me in trouble. They're my landlords.
I love you so much. I love you so much. No comment.
When I meet you outside, we'll talk.
Okay, no. We know. We all know.
It's like asking me, like in front of my customers, Bashir, who are you going to vote for in November?
Oh, yeah, we don't talk
We know, but it's going to cost me customers. Right. It did already.
Right.
It did.
Oh, Bashir, you're the best. All right, let me get Barbara on the line. So here's what I'm going to do. Judah, I'm Skyping Barbara now. Barbara, if you're watching, we're going to Skype you here. I'm going to get her on this screen, and then I'm going to turn the screen over so you see her. And then I'm going to stay out of the way, and it's just going to be Barbara and Bashir's show with me listening.
Can I use some more no comments?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
She says she has some names ready for you. Okay, so Barbara, if you're watching, turn down the show, because I know you're watching the show. Turn down the show at your farm.
This is turning into the gossip show.
No, this is it. People love it. People love it right here. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to get ready. Judah, are you ready for me to bring Barb in the mix? Okay, it's ringing. Barbara, get ready. We're coming at you. Barbara Lundgren, the star of the Virginia Wedding and Event Showcase, airs tomorrow.
The best.
10:15. We got Barbara on the line. All right, you ready for this, Barb? Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna stay out of the way. I'm just gonna turn it. Oh, she's got her tissues ready. You got that earpiece. All right, Judah, I'm turning this around. All right, ready, Barb?
It's low. I can't hear it.
Hello,
Oh, you want to turn it up?
sweetheart.
I gotta turn it up real quick. Hold on, real quick. Let me turn it up. Okay, there we go. All right, Barbara, the show is yours, Barb.
Hey, Bob.
Oh, it's his. It's Bashir's show.
Hey, I have it the wrong way, I guess. Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
Can
Okay,
you
there
hear
we
me?
go. Yeah.
I can hear you. Sounds like, I have a grandson, Michael, who was 12 at that age. He gets a phone call from ARP, and can you hear me? Is this Mr. Michael Asher? Can you hear me? Said, yeah, this is ARP. You haven't paid your dues. 12 years old.
Throw him some names, Barbara.
Okay, I have some names for you. Morgan
Hold
Perkins.
on, I have to have my...
No, Morgan
Oh.
Perkins.
Well, Morgan, was a driving force on the mall. Remember her? She started
Absolutely.
incredible, chiefly in the arts. And then even on the local cable channels, Channel 10 or whatever. She was doing a great job promoting other businesses,
Public
promoting.
access.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was doing a great job. Morgan and her husband were amazing. They encouraged
Yeah.
a lot of people. Actually, some of the people who worked for them ended up in good positions in the city. Remember them?
Oh, yeah, I worked with them, when we were doing
They're amazing.
after the bricks on the mall and working with Bob Stroh. So tell me
Yeah.
about Bob Stroh.
Bob is actually, he's the one I will have great memory of. Always encouraging. All selfless, contributed a lot to development of the mall. Remember? He was everywhere.
Absolutely.
New
He
Year's.
hired me to do the block parties.
Exactly. Even when we
Yep.
organized that 30th anniversary of the mall, and the center we had Robert Jospe, John Dirt, and everywhere. Bob was instrumental. Bob was like, has an incredible amount of energy, selfless, always available. He was running at that time.
The DBAC, he was also.
Before.
Before. Okay.
Before he was running the garage. But in spite of that position, he knew that the community has to be helped. He had to be involved with the community. So he was doing the job, running the parking garage, and giving like incredible amount of energy helping the mall. Oh man, do you know he has, I saw him last time on the mall, he has a problem with his back for shoulder. And you can't imagine a dynamo like that, being slowed down.
Give him another one, Barb.
I have one more, George Benford.
Oh yeah, he's in Wilmington now. George is the guy who occupied the space before Citizen Burger.
Right, the wine bar.
Yep. Sips.
Yep, Sips, that's right.
Sips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember George. George, and also he was involved in the community. Even when he sold his business, he remained for a while with the DBAC. Yeah, because they used to have their meetings in my restaurant.
He was the head of the DBAC for a little while, George Benford.
Toward the end.
Toward the end.
Because at the beginning, it was John Fenton and Bob Straw. You know, they were running the show. And then there was like a lull and quiet down for a while. And then George became. And George now is in Wilmington. They're doing a great job. He's in North Carolina, Wilmington, yeah.
You got another one, Barbara, for him?
Nope, that's all. I want to know if I can have the drum tomorrow.
The drum?
Can you leave the drum there for me tomorrow? I might need it tomorrow.
She wants to know if she can leave the drum for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And because does that mean Barbara's going to sing? Barbara, are you singing tomorrow?
No. I have a deal for you. What if we do that together on Sunday?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, okay.
Guess who can join us? Another voice, Madalena.
All righty.
Beleza, Brazil. She's good.
We'll do it.
Oh my God, her voice. Yeah, we're planning
Make
to
sure
do some.
Make sure I get my reservation, okay? I just
I'll
called
put you on the list.
Yeah, you just got on the list, Barbara.
You're on the list. No, it's very important, Barbara. I just want to make sure that we're all safe. We're doing something that is going to secure the safety. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me throw this question to Barbara. You ready for this, Barb?
Yeah, Jerry.
Does she have a choice?
Yeah. Bashir and what he means to you and this community. Anywhere you want to go on that topic, Barbara.
You don't have to answer.
I was just thinking about that. I get my box ready over here. So I feel like we're losing Mr. Downtown, Mr. Downtown Mall. And it's very sad. So Jerry, I think, are you going to take over that spot?
That spot is owned by the city of Charlottesville, isn't it?
They're wonderful.
Look at Barbara trying to get me in trouble right there.
Can you pass the baton,
that's a prime
Bashir?
spot.
You want to pass the baton?
Well, can I throw this to you? I mean, this is a good question for Barbara. What's going to happen to the spot?
Actually, I had asked somebody for help for the services, but I don't seem to see anything coming. I wanted, basically what I had in mind, find a creative chef. Even if he doesn't have the money, we can work out something very minimal, take over. I had offers for 2 bars. I don't think we need bars.
No.
What's left for me, there is news, somebody from California spoke to me, might show up today, whatever. What's left for me, I think if I don't get somebody, I'll just go and auction the stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, let's go. Barbara,
it's the best spot in the city, you know that.
I'll throw this to you. It is a phenomenal spot. Barbara, we talked about Bashir and what he means to downtown and Charlottesville and Bashir and just having this amazing human being around here. I mean, let's just talk about the Bashirs of the world in Charlottesville. Who else follows in your mind this role of being graceful and kind and always has a smile on his face and just being an ambassador of Charlottesville, Virginia?
I'm getting embarrassed.
Yeah, because Barbara, you know a lot of people, Barbara.
Yeah, golly day. You put me on the spot here, and I will need the tissue box.
I'll give you a way out, my wife.
But Bashir's not going anywhere. That's the thing. Bashir's going to be a caterer for us, and I don't think he's going anywhere. So let's have him back, get updates from him, and let's not let him go, Jerry. How about that?
Amen. Amen.
I got to be honest with you guys. That Kathy and I wanted to do that, the catering, or the hams, of course. But also, I received a very good offer that I have to look at. A man that I have a lot of respect, a man who's been supporting me all these years, and he's a very bright person, good investor, everything. So he invited me to go down to Florida. The cat is out of the hat, Reed. So I'm going to, because not
You're
only
going to Florida?
just to take a look at the place.
Okay.
Because this guy,
So
I have.
this is news right here, Barbara.
This is
Oh,
news
boy.
because I have so much respect for this guy. I give you an example how good this guy was good to me. You remember my old place, a small one? I had a landlord, I won't give you the name, who was harassing me to get more money out of me, and we had the lease, we had everything, because he saw the business doing well. And one day he called me while I was alone with, I was with Mark Otis, who became a chef later on. Mark was working with me, Mark, he used to be at Dooners.
Sure.
And he calls, and I was bad. I was helping customers, it bugging me. And Reed was right. The gentleman was right. He said, going on. He said, Charlie? I said, yep. He said, give me the phone. And this guy can't afford to talk to people the way he did it. He strained him right in front of me, talked to him like you. And since then, my landlord left me alone.
That's something.
Yeah, this guy is not a man of small. When he gets involved with people, he's genuine.
So what does Florida mean? What's Florida?
He invested in this estate, equestrian estate, which promises to be a big thing.
Okay.
And he likes what I did in Charlottesville. He likes the food. He ate my food many times. I did some catering in his estates. And he said, just come and take a look. He said, I like your food, and we can add some other things. So I had a great meeting with him, and I promised I'll go down there. I like working for a guy like that, to be honest with you. Even though I love being my own business.
I love like the people down there. They're not like us.
No, Charlottesville is unique. I mean it. This town is unique.
Look at Barbara using tactics to keep Bashir.
No, she's right. Barbara. Hey, Barbara, let me tell you one thing.
It is true. It is
Barbara,
true, Barbara.
Let me tell you something. When you teach in the Bronx, when you teach in Queens and everything, when you work there, you live there, Manhattan, everywhere in New York, you come to Charlottesville, and a few times you forgot to close your business, and you come back the next day, oh, everything is here.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. That's beautiful.
That's a good sign.
How about this one? And let's throw this to Barbara. Bashir, what comes to mind when you think of Barbara Lundgren?
Oh, a rock.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, a rock. You help sustain the wedding industry in this town. There are so many cats around, come and gone, like in many businesses here, like services and everything. They come and go, and the next guy has to fix. You have a great reputation. I remember the first time when I saw that name, Barbed Wire. That was incredible. That's creative. And she was generous, offering her help. At that time, it was developing a website and things like that was the early stage. Graphic design. It was Barbara trying to help establish all this with the businesses. There was Waldo, Mark.
Yeah, Waldo Wakeith.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
Max, John Fenton's son.
Yeah.
There were quite a few young people at that time. We're talking like early 90s. Yeah. And then look, Barbara is the reference. She's the reference. She's the leading authority when it comes to wedding and everything. And that, you deserve it. You worked hard for it. And I just gave somebody your name. Her name is Hannah Mahaffey. She's getting married. Yeah, she's getting married in October. I said, if you have any problem, don't call anybody, but this is the lady who can help you.
I'm going to throw something else for Barbara Lundgren here. And Barbara, get that tissue box ready.
I don't think I can take any more, Jerry.
When the fireworks show was in jeopardy, this past fireworks, and we didn't have the money for it, Bob Shada, who organized the fireworks, he came on the show and said, I don't think we're going to have it. Barbara Lundgren was watching at the time, and she immediately sprung into action. And there was a committee. Okay, there was straight up a committee. Ray Cadell, Tom was on there, Bob Shot on there. You know, Olivia likes to be on the DL. Olivia was on there. But guys, Barbara was like a ringleader and got everybody in motion and going. And she like kept things organized. She's just very good at keeping the tempo and direction going. Barbara, you love this community inside and out. It's in your soul. She grew up here.
Good karma.
Yeah,
But
Barbara.
this is Bashir's show, okay?
No. Hey, Barbara, I think I told you this before. One hand cannot clap. It's all of us we're involved in it to keep this community alive. It's not a one-man show.
I'm honored to share this time with you. Absolutely, I'm honored. Very honored.
You're on the list, Barbara, for Sunday.
Barbara, yay! What he just said about saving the fireworks cannot be an exception. You know what I mean? It's not a one-shot deal. I think there are a lot of people in this town, we don't know them. I know a few of them that thrive, like Simon Davidson, like Roger Voisine.
He's still watching.
Yeah, Roger Voisine and all this.
Roger's watching.
Yeah, care about this community. They're not a one-shot deal and gone. She jumped in the right time. I'm sure there are other things might come in the future, and you're going to see some people jump in and try to help. Because I believe this town has incredibly generous, incredibly, how should I say, caring people.
Amen.
And that's what makes a strong community.
I agree. Barbara, what's coming to mind right now?
Like I said, I don't think I can take much more, Jerry.
Oh, come on.
Bashir, just thank you for keeping downtown what it is, making downtown what it is. And I'm pretty serious when I say I think Jerry can take over a lot of that for you in your absence. You're two great guys, and I am very honored to be sharing this time with you. Very much.
Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my friend.
Absolutely.
Barbara, I want to throw this to Barbara here. Barbara, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being Charlottesville's friend. Thank you you are awesome.
She is.
Well, thank you. Back to Bashir.
We'll see you tomorrow on the Virginia Wedding and Event Showcase.
Yes. Oh, my guest. We will have Cindy Schornberg with Keswick Vineyards tomorrow, and we will have one of our favorite grooms of all time. He got married with us 10 years ago. His name is Lloyd Rittner, and we'll talk about fried chicken.
Oh,
I have a question for her.
Oh, Bashir has a question for you.
Who has the best fried chicken in town?
I think she's gonna say herself. Ask her that again.
Who has the best fried chicken? I regard myself as an expert in that. And I always look in.
Well,
I just had one at Bizou, which was not bad. I liked it.
Tune in tomorrow.
I will.
She said she's gonna tell us who has the best fried chicken in town tomorrow.
Are we talking like heavily breaded, or are you talking...
Well, tune in tomorrow.
I will. Got my mouth watering now. Yeah, fried chicken is really great.
All right, Barbara, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow, Barb.
All right, thank you guys. It's an honor.
Thank you. Barbara Lundgren. I love Barbara. How about Craig Hartman? What comes to mind with Craig Hartman?
I don't know the gentleman, but I know he has a great reputation he developed in Keswick.
Yeah.
Oh, he has an incredible reputation. He held that club, and his barbecue puts him on top there. Who has it? A friend of mine mentioned him to me a few years ago when he was featured on CVille with some other chefs. And he looked at him, he said, "That's the real thing." That means a lot from a chef. He said, "That's the real thing," pointing at him.
How about Dooners? What comes to mind when you think Dooners?
I ate twice in Dooners in my whole time.
Yeah?
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
It's a bit formal, whatever, but yeah, it was a nice restaurant.
What other restaurants do you like going to?
Ivan. The Vangelopoulos. Angelo and his family are amazing. They do a great job.
Beth Hyder says the best fried chicken in town is at Mickey Tavern, Bashir.
Do I have to go back in time to get the recipe?
What do you say is the best? What do you say is the best?
I don't know.
No? Do you know and you don't want to say?
Thank you. Yeah, you have to be fair. You have to understand. When you're in the business of food, I mean, you got to be careful what you say.
Well,
I'll tell you good. Oh, I love everything. Don't worry.
I love Bashir.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Tell us that story you were just going to say.
Which one? I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I had something to say, Bashir. Oh, man. All right, what's Bashir's meal of choice? Okay?
I think my wife's hamburger. Seriously. Kathy makes the meanest hamburger with blue cheese inside.
Really?
And it's moist. So, give you an example. For example, I'm working outdoors on the house, doing everything, and I come back, and I get all sweaty, everything. She said, I'm making you a favorite. When she says that, that's enough. She makes this juicy, generous hamburgers stuffed with blue cheese and mushroom topping. Oh, gosh. I think that's why I married her.
You think the hamburger?
Just kidding.
I know.
No, Kathy is a great cook.
She is.
She makes, oh my God, Hungarian food, Brazilian
Tell me
food.
how you fell in love with Kathy.
Did I fall in love or she fell in love? Was it mutual?
Did you charm her? Because you're a charming guy.
Oh, gosh. It's my
You're
age.
a charming guy.
Kathy and I lived in Tribeca. I lived in the village and she lived in Tribeca.
Okay, what year was this?
1977.
Was 1977 Bashir? I would think 1977 Bashir was like a ladies' man.
Oh, no.
No, you were not a ladies' man?
We're going to go like this, no comment. You try to put me on the spot, you won't get an answer. I'm not that kind. My grandkids are watching, they'll tell you.
They are watching, they are.
No, anyway, Kathy and I met in the village and we developed, and then after 2 years we decided to get married. Oh yeah, she was an art curator in New York. You know what I mean? Photography and 20th century art. Specifically, she specialized in Latin American art, you know. And I learned a lot from her about the art. Because my side was photography, film, music, mostly music. But Kathy taught me a lot about the art. She has a great eye. And my daughter, Andrea, is taking over. You've seen her pictures on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh.
I told you, I mentioned to you yesterday, my favorite one when you guys were at the beach was that candid photo. Can you go to Bashir's Facebook page? There's a photo on Bashir's Facebook page, and I'm putting you on the spot here, Judah, and if it's too much to ask, I completely understand. But there's a photo on Bashir's Facebook page where he's next to Kathy on the beach, and it's a candid photo where he smiles.
Yeah, she said something funny, and I couldn't control myself, and I went like this.
I love it. You'll see it immediately. He's smiling, he's candid. It would be great on screen.
It was great
All
vacation.
Right, let me throw this to you. How many kids do you have?
I have Andrea, and she has 5 grandkids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Oliver, her husband, is a gem.
That's your son-in-law.
Oh,
yeah, he's the man.
Oh my God! Former football player at UVA.
Right.
Engineer, and a man who has the biggest heart on the planet.
He does. And it followed with Alex too.
Yeah, he's a man of faith.
Yep.
Doesn't compromise. Runs a big corporation. You know.
Yeah, he's on the beach. Bashir's Facebook page. It's one of the top posts on there.
And all involved with the community to a certain level, man. I have never had Oliver say no to somebody who needed help.
What is the secret to a long marriage, a happy marriage, like you and Kathy's?
May I say it? Sure. You have to be able to take a lot of from each other.
A lot of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to argue. Fight. But it's healthy. Don't go and see a shrink. Because people have a tendency. It's not my first marriage. This is my second. You know what I mean? We learned from before. My first one didn't last. You know, could sweetheart, things like that. My wife is a gem. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have her. It goes both ways. Like she tells me, I don't know what they're going to do. It's just relation goes both ways. It's not a secret. I'm not an expert. I don't have the greatest relation on the planet, but I know one thing. I have a solid marriage.
There you go.
That's it.
How's Kathy doing? Judah, I'm emailing you that pic. How's Kathy doing with Bashir's the restaurant closing on Sunday?
She's not panicky because we always reinvented ourselves, taking into account our background, business, art, everything. We've been able, that's how we survived the 23 years. Like I remember when I opened, that was the only Mediterranean restaurant, Mediterranean per se, as I said last time, not ethnic. There's a difference. You have to be able to reflect the basin, different technique. So, and then when we saw our cuisine being reflected in other stores, like people, what's the euphemism for borrowing?
Steal, what is it?
No, that's a
finest
house word.
form of flattery?
Whatever, but I would not say that stealing, but I would say borrowing, permanently, of course. Bizou had the same problem when he opened. He saw his food in different menus. It can't get so not, it gets flattered and everything. Then when we saw that it started getting popular, we had to reinvent ourselves. Like our latest adventure has been world cuisine. We're not the Mediterranean, as people say, but world cuisine, and that's what helped us a lot with Der Spiegel and some other venues. The good thing is that by reinventing yourself, you get noticed more. But you're not boring. The Arab poet said something which is very beautiful. The poet that was before Islam, this poet said, "I've seen still water turning foul." You cannot be the same all these years. You have to reinvent yourself, make yourself more interesting. And then the latest endeavor that we've been doing for the last year and a half is the world cuisine.
Yeah.
And it's been working also. And we're lucky we have great customers, people who know food. You know what I mean? So when you do something, you listen to them.
May I ask your age?
70 and going on 71.
70 going on...
70.
70 going on 25 is what I would say here.
27.
And he 27. Here's the question: what advice would 70-year-old Bashir give to 25-year-old Bashir?
Be yourself.
Be yourself. I love
That's
that.
what.
That was easy, huh? That came
That
right
was
to
easy.
you. Yeah.
Because we can't be all the same. I don't want somebody to be a clown of mine. No, be yourself. That's what our grandkids will tell them, be yourself. And look, Alex started his own business. Christian is there working with him. Yeah. Michael is getting into his incredible business. We're begging him to go to college. He said, no, I know my path. What are you going to tell him? You just nurture him from Farsi. And Anna is a dynamo. She works for a very respectable and successful guy. Emily is in North Carolina, working for an advertising company with 2 kids, great husband. Yeah. Let them be.
What? And folks are asking you to play that drum here. You want to put it on screen? We got the
Are
photo.
you sure?
Yeah, we got this photo on screen. You know the photo I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's
right.
Look at the screen, guys. Look at the screen. I love this picture.
But I'm not going to play a long piece because I want to keep the charm for Sunday.
Okay. This will be a tease here. Before we close, and we'll close with the drum. We'll literally close the show with the drums. Before we close with the drums,
let's test it first because I don't want it to be too loud.
Okay.
That's fine.
Is that good? Can you go a little louder than that? Yeah. Okay. Before we go, this is a question I have. We'll close on this, and then I want to hear your talent as a musician here.
Talent.
Advice for Charlottesville. This is a platform of hope and positivity.
Yeah.
You embody hope and positivity.
Thank you.
You wear it, and that's why people...
I'm going to tell you something, you're going to remember it.
Okay.
You cannot hope on an empty stomach. People are hurting, businesses.
Yeah.
It's good to tell them to hope. Yeah. The best hope they can get is financial help.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do some initiative, some wherever, private sector, helping, that's all I can say. I can't give any advice that the city who gave me a lot of advice and helped me. Sandy McAdams, all these people, So I'll be really pretentious and arrogant to say I can give any advice to Charlottesville.
You can give advice.
If anybody wants some advice, come and see me. My door is open. I'm going to be open most of the days until the 30th, and maybe 1 or 2 days in October. All I can say, my advice to Charlottesville is don't forget the needy. That's all I can say. Be nice to each other. That's all. but it's too big of a responsibility to give advice to Charlottesville. I know one thing, I won't give them advice, but I'll tell them the example I will follow is somebody who cares about the community, generous, always be available for the other members. That's all I can say.
I love this guy.
This is a great community.
It is a great community. Sunday, all right, before we hear you play some music, give us the details one more time for Sunday, because a lot of people are asking.
Perfect. Sunday, we're going to have a simple menu. I think I can tell you about it now. I'm going to be making the ham, the salmon, our ham. Our salmon, I don't think anybody in Charlottesville can measure to it. I'm sorry. It's the last day I can afford not to be humble. I'm going to have some ethnic chicken. I'm going to have some falafel or vegetarian medley. What else? Maybe one or two other items, some desserts, and basically it. Because I won't have time to play too. Sure. So, and the music will be with Beleza Brazil. We're going to be doing their repertoire. I'm going to interrupt them with 2-3 pieces. And we're going to have Barbara sing with us.
Barbara, you're singing Sunday, Barb.
Yes, it would be an honor. That's basically it. It's going to be at 5 o'clock. We don't want to have a late start. Okay. And also, please, if you're going to go, if you come into the event, make sure you have a mask. If you don't have a mask, ask. We have masks we'll give you. So in case they want to use the bathrooms or something like that. But it's going to be outdoors, and we keep the distance and everything.
I love it. Gino, we ready for some music?
Remember, it's not a political rally. Yeah. It's a fun occasion.
It's to honor your legacy.
Yeah, you know what I mean by political rally.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's to honor his legacy. For those that come on Sunday, I'm going to say this here. For those that come on Sunday, we're going to be respectful of the first couple of Charlottesville, two of the finest people in this community.
That's very kind.
And we are going to honor the man and his beautiful better half's legacy. It is about food and beverage and hospitality and good music and doing it in a safe way in this COVID landscape. It's a glimmer of hope for us, an opportunity for us to escape from what is anxiety and what is vulnerability and uncertainty, which is COVID, and for us to just be downtown, the heart and epicenter of Charlottesville, with an ambassador that's been good to us for so long, hear him sing, eat his food, and enjoy each other's company.
You know, when you talk to a person, as an old professor taught us that, when you talk to somebody, you get an idea in addition to yours, versus changing money against money like the same amount. But ideas are good. It's always good to talk to each other. So now, I changed my mind. I was going to do something else when you mentioned hope. So I'm just going to do a very brief thing. This is called a bendir.
Okay. What is it called?
Bendir.
Okay.
B-E-N-D-I-R. Okay. It's very familiar. It's a regular piece of percussion in North Africa, specifically in the mountains inside the country. Okay. It's a little bit underrated because all people know is about other percussions, the African percussions, the doumbek, And this one has one advantage. Like, this is not a great bendir. This is manufactured by Manley. It's okay, but it has its limit. I have two of them made one by a guy in Morocco and another one in Algeria, totally different, real skin. It vibrates like, This one is good for the echo that it creates. You hear it? Okay. Let's do this. I'm just going to do a very minor experiment. Can you hear like this? Yep. Now finish it the right way.
On Sunday.
Yep, Sunday, or Song of Hope.
Oh.
Let's go out and have some fun. Let's go. Let's go out and have some fun. Let's go. Let's wear smiling faces. Love's outside waiting for us. Let's go. Every bit of love can help every day. Every bit of love can help every day. Let's wear smiling faces. Love is outside waiting for us. Let's go. Let's go out and have some fun. Let's go. Let's go out and have some fun. Let's go. Let's wear smiling faces. Love is outside waiting for us. Let's go. See you Sunday.
That's beautiful. Bashir, Sunday, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Get on the list.
Get on the list.
Call ahead. Honor
That's
the
it.
man and his wife's legacy.
And Barbara is on it.
Barbara, you're on the list. Barbara, you're VIP. This is what the I Love CVille show is all about. It's about the Bashirs and the Barbaras of Charlottesville and Central Virginia. My name
And
is
the
Jim.
Jerry.
Bashir and Barbara. Thank
No,
you kindly
no,
for
you
joining
did.
us.
Thanks to you there. Imagine time of COVID and your show was not around. It will be a depressing environment.
Well, thank you for saying
Seriously.
that. I'm grateful. Thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
you're keeping this alive, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We love you guys. You guys
Thank
have
you.
a good afternoon. Take care.
Now I can go back to work. Yes.
Bashir, you were amazing. And I didn't hug you this time.
Huh?
And I didn't hug you this time. Hey, don't forget that earpiece.